out there?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing that's interesting about that song is I still play songs off that. Joe Ely produced it. We wrote a bunch of songs. One of his songs that we did together, "All Just to Get to You," is one of his main staples, and Pat Green just released it as well as a single.
That's a beautiful song, Will.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
that song.
And there's a lot of great stuff. When I talked to Ely about it, he has a vault of all kinds of stuff that we did. You know, it's like we did so much, and each record that I've ever, you know, those collaborative type things. Ely and I were doing it. My brother and I, when we were doing a record together, you know, we wrote at least 40 to 50 songs of that whole catalog. There's just a lot of stuff out there. You know, it's like a lot of songs written, a lot of songs forgotten. You know.
Now you talked about you and your brother doing the 40 songs. Did you actually put them down, or is it just on
We
paper?
did. You know, we were doing a record with A&M, and when Interscope kind of went over the umbrella of Geffen and A&M and all those things, Charlie went off and the first time to go play with Dylan, and I started the band with the New Folk Underground with David Bearwall on Lost Highway, and so we kind of, we recorded a bunch of stuff, but it's just...
So it's in a vault somewhere? Do you guys have it, or is it...
Yeah, we have tons of, we have like a major record that we did together, and then demos at in Charlie's studio for at least countless numbers. So it's like there's all kinds of stuff. It's easy.
You guys will ever put that out?
Yeah, at some point I imagine. It's kind of getting through it all. I've been spending a lot of time focusing on work and stripping it down to the essential songs and things that I've done in my life, which was easier for me after I had my stroke. I lost a lot of the. One of the positive things is I lost like kind of the fusillade of like millions, information highway that's just like kind of streaming through my head constantly, so I can kind of focus more and
slow down a little bit, so you don't have to.
And like and also just kind of getting older and stuff, and like realizing that preserving stuff and promoting my songs, because I don't really release records and I don't really promote stuff that much. I think people have to kind of ferret me out because I'm always working. I'm in work mode and creative mode. So I'm constantly writing songs and making records with people and doing all this stuff. But I don't have a publicist to walk around saying,
this is where you need to be.
This is all this stuff that exactly. So.
We're talking to Will Sexton. He is playing tonight over at the Mucky Duck with John Evans and Bill Kirchen. Talk to me about Stephen Stills. What work have you done with him?
Stephen Stills was just one. I was writing for this publishing company called Rondor, Almo Irving, and it was a really interesting month or two. There was two people that wanted to collaborate with kind of a younger writer, and went through all of the catalog, and they submitted stuff to Stephen Stills, and one in a similar situation to Waylon Jennings too, and both of those guys chose me to collaborate with them, and it was amazing.
Was that in Austin, or did you go to L.A. or?
Well, I was in L.A. and Nashville a bunch of times,
okay,
with Almo Irving as a
Sure.
as a staff writer. So, that was That was nutty.
Now, was that done on the computer and you sent him your part and he sent
Oh
you
no,
yours?
I drove out to his house in L.A. and sat around and played guitars and just basically emulated, his style of playing guitar and doing all this stuff, and just kind of like, he's very intense and has a lot of, he's a hard one to you can't really get a bad idea, across him. So it's like, so we worked pretty hard on the basic core thing, and then I would take it home and write lyrics to it.
And is that song out there somewhere? Where can people find it?
Oh, yeah, that song is, I don't even know where that is right now.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll have to Google it.
Yeah.
All right. We've got Will Sexton live in the studio, and can we talk you out of another one?
Sure. All right, I was gonna do. Walk through this neighborhood, houses widowed from years of wind and rain, find the remnants of cane and wood that stood as a Hitchcock chair in its day, where there once sat a man with a smile like the grill off a 49 Buick, earned his salt with an honest wage, lived his days dying like a slave. Oh man, Lord giveth him. When I was a little boy, I'd take a penny, place it on the rails of some West Texas track. Oh, you know that I couldn't spend it, but I always thought money looked better like that flat. But I always was a daydreamer, and I thought that everybody was. Maybe I'll get civilized, stick around, settle down. No, always was a daydreamer. 'Cause I'd take one at a chain of footsteps of both feet standing for different things. She left one nose the way back home to my baby, but tonight the right one's gonna take that lead. Walk into a bar where there's a mirror reflecting all the toast and the tears. My consciousness start to bicker high in the liquor. My conscience hasn't won that kind of fight in years, no. But I always was a daydreamer, and I thought that everybody was. So maybe I'll get civilized, stick around, settle down. No, always was a daydreamer. Have you seen her lately? I hear she's been running around town asking just too many questions, giving every guitar in town, yo, what for? Peeping through too many doors and going too far in the wrong direction. She cried all the way to San Antonio. She cried all the damn way back. So if you happen to see her, don't say you've seen me now. She's always had severely dysfunctional intentions, and I just can't deal with that. Decembers are always quiet in this town. It's kinda lonesome, but I prefer it that way. 'Cause it's hard to detect all the loose wires among strangers. Sometimes I wish that they'd all just stay away, but I always was a daydreamer. I always was a daydreamer. I always was a daydreamer. And I thought that everybody was.
Very nice. Will Sexton live in the KPFT studio. In town playing tonight, the Mucky Duck with John Evans and Bill Kirchin. And shows usually start around 7:30 over there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I think it's, get there as soon as you can because the food's amazing there, and if you partake in the adult beverage, they have quite a
selection of brews on tap.
Yeah.
Hey, latest record's called Move the Balance, and you'll have extra copies of that this evening for purchase.
Indeed.
All right, and where can people find you online?
At willsexton.com.
Cool. All right.
Easy.
And you have chosen a selection from an older release called Bus Stop Gossip and Other Lies and Respected Crimes.
Yeah.
All right. And you want to introduce Little Fat Cowboy for us?
Little Fat Cowboy, I think it pretty much
speaks for
itself, yes.
Mason, you want to say hi to Will? You got any questions for him?
Mason's birthday!
It's been great listening to you, and I can't tell you how fabulous you sound this way.
Good.
Well, God, it's amazing. And I was hoping you'd play Little Fat Cowboy.
You get to hear it on the recording and live tonight.
And live tonight, amen.
Right.
And it's been a delight having you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So thanks for working this out.
Definitely the best guest you've ever had.
Just don't tell the guys that were here yesterday.
No.
They're coming in tomorrow. Hey, Will, nice to meet you, and thanks for coming in. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come play live for us and have a great time with John Evans and Bill Kirchin tonight over at the Mucky Duck. Here it is, Little Fat Cowboy on KPFT.
Where's the other CD? Where's the other?
Oh, you're a natural.
Great.
You're a natural.
That was so much fun.